So I have a bigger role.
Now, you've been in the country, as we've mentioned, for 10 years. You immigrated here. What were your thoughts as you immigrated here? Do we, as a country, do immigration very well?
Well, as far as welcoming the immigrants and granting them residency here, that's been good. I mean, it's quite encouraging. Not many countries do that. And opening our country for migrants is a great thing. But migrants face enormous problems when they arrive. The culture is different, the food is different, and the language is different, and everything is different. You know, the systems. It takes a while for them to get adjusted. They need help in the beginning, maybe in the first 6 months. The most difficult thing for a migrant is to find employment. So if there is greater acceptance of migrants in the workforce, and everything else becomes, easier.
Much easier.
The transition would be much easier if they are given opportunities to work. So finding employment for migrants is the biggest.
That'd be a tough job, I imagine.
Yes.
Now, you also work with prisoners as well. You work with rehabilitating them and reintegrating them back into society. How successful is that at present?
The reason I got into prison work is that, all the politicians talk about the crime rate and the increasing prison numbers and the cost involved in keeping one prisoner in prison for a year. It's about $92,000. So when I heard all these statistics, I thought, I can make a positive contribution. I can go to the prisons and talk to these prisoners and transform their lives. And then on their release, if I'm able to rehabilitate them and reintegrate them into the society, then, I would be able to, I would be doing a great favor to the nation and to the prisoners and their families. They're all people like us.
They are.
And
if we've been working on reintegrating and rehabilitating prisoners for years on end, why do you think you are able to achieve more than what's being done?
Well, government can have any number of programs. Who can transform a person's life? Who can change the heart of a person? I believe it's only the Lord Jesus. And I have the Lord Jesus with me. And it's not me alone doing it. I've got a group of volunteers from my church and other churches. When I go and talk in churches about this, they say, we want to join with you, Ravi. And we'll go with you into the prisons and talk to these prisoners, change them, and then we are happy to help them to reintegrate into the society. Some of my friends, have offered jobs to the released prisoners. So,
do you have a good relationship with Prime Minister Helen Clark? Do you meet with her very often?
Oh, we bump into each other, in different forums and different meetings. So we are opponents.
And you've spent some time sitting and chatting with her. How does she feel about you standing? I imagine she just thinks, oh, that's fine, I'll win this one anyway. Is that the kind of impression you get from her?
Oh, I mean, she's confident of her own self, and I'm confident of my own self. And, I mean, she can't be there forever, either in the Prime Minister's seat on the 9th floor or in Mount Albert. So I think she will have to give up both this time.
If you do not make it in, do not win the seat or make it into Parliament this year, will you be continuing with the community work that you do? You also are involved in a after-school homework
Yes.
in a low decile school. Are you going to continue with that?
Oh, it's not only in one school. Wherever I go, I talk about this. I want to help the kids, who are not doing well in studies. It's the key. Why our people are getting into a life of crime? Because they don't study and they don't finish their school bursary, or they don't gain any qualification, and so they don't have anything to offer to the workforce. And
is it any different in India, or are we basically the same, really, just in different parts of the world?
Well, in India you don't have this social welfare. Whereas New Zealand, you've got social welfare and to rely upon something. Whereas in India, I mean, you don't have anything like that. If you have money, you eat. If you don't have money, you die of hunger. If you
And there's many of those that are are doing that. Well, yeah, I mean, we have a lot of homeless and a lot of low socio-economic families in New Zealand. Is that something you really want to work for?
Yes, yes. I want to work with these people. I've been involved with the community, and I've been involved with a community organization which offers, budgeting services. I'm on their board, and they provide food parcels. The economy is going down, and many New Zealanders are struggling to even put bread on the table.
They are
so
indeed.
we are getting so many requests, for the food bank, to supply food parcels, and I'm in touch with what's happening in
the community.
In the community. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. All the best for the election.
Thank you, Janine.
Okay. It's now time for our Community Watch. This is your opportunity to support the police in keeping our neighbourhoods safe.